Whether I score 9 points or 29 points, I will compete. That's one thing that I will say. So you won't say that I'm out there not playing hard. It may look like that because my usage is down and I don't shoot the ball a lot, but we won't sit here and say that I don't play hard.
We're getting our ass kicked defensively. Like, a lot of things just kind of go sideways if you are just like playing in quicksand.
So you're saying you want to put Jimmy at point, is that correct?
Whatever we got to do, if we got to get him activated, put the ball in his hands, play point. He's done it before. We know how to get him going. He knows how to get going. These are not two strangers,
Jimmy, how did you feel about your performance tonight and the job that you did?
I felt great. I feel like I was focused. I feel like I did my job, or what at least my job is now.
Now, Jimmy, your limited action tonight has raised more than a few eyebrows for Heat fans and analysts alike. You only scored 9 points in 27 minutes and didn't play in the fourth quarter for the second consecutive game. How do you feel about that and the role of sitting in the corner?
It can be my role here, but I mean that's not what I'm used to being. I haven't been that since my first, second, third year in the league, where I just went out there and played defense. But I competed, I guarded, I try not to let my man score, but that's what I'm doing now.
Jimmy, we spoke to Coach Erik Spoelstra earlier about the tactical decisions and willingness to experiment with different roles for his players in pursuit of optimal team performance despite the immediate results. Such adjustments may look to include you more at the PG spot in the future. Would you see that as a potential net positive for your current situation?
That ain't gonna fix it.
Jimmy, we know you're not a big fan of just sitting in the corner. How are you adjusting to this new role? Is it tough for you?
It's not a tough adjustment to me. I'm going out there to compete to win either way. Whether I score 9 points or 29 points, I will compete. That's one thing that I will say. So you won't say that I'm out there not playing hard. It may look like that because my usage is down and I don't shoot the ball a lot, but we won't sit here and say that I don't play hard.
Now, Jimmy, if you could have one wish, what would you want to see happen?
What do I want to see happen? I want to see me get my joy back from playing basketball. And wherever that may be, we'll find out here pretty soon. But I want to get my joy back. I'm happy here, off the court. But I want to be back to somewhat dominant. I want to hoop. And I want to help this team win. Right now, I'm not doing that.
And are you going to keep this hairstyle for long?
Probably not.
Thanks for your time, Jimmy. Now, Coach, did you have any idea what the hell was going on out there?
No. That was not, had nothing to do with anything. We got outplayed from the tip, all the way until, probably 7 minutes, that last group that was in there. Indiana outplayed us, and we were on our heels the entire night.
And how do you explain the systematic breakdown of the defense late in the game?
It's, we just weren't mentally prepared, for the pace. And it's not just the full court pace, it's the half court pace. It's, the pitch aheads, one possession, attacking. It's a quick trigger the next possession. Then the next possession, it's 5, 6, 7 situations you have to defend with focus, discipline. And, we just, tended to break down, at some point. You have to give them credit. They played with great energy and purpose, and we were never really able to get control of, what they were trying to do. Their pressure also got us out of, getting the ball where we needed to get to, but I think we were scattered, from just being down 10 and playing, catch up, virtually the whole night.
Now, to the untrained professional, that would sound like a bunch of technical mumbo-jumbo, but I'm sure you know exactly what you're talking about, Coach. Now, tell us about the adjustments that you'll be making here with Jimmy Butler as he's getting limited playing time coming into this one as well.
Yeah, I can compartmentalize. I'm frustrated, about, this game and a big game against a team that we're jostling against right now. But those last, whatever, 7, 8, 9 minutes of the game, were the most inspiring part of the game, probably the only inspiring game for us. And it was, the efforts, at the rim. He's changing shots. That's something we're definitely going to have to talk about. If he goes, we have to get the next guy blocking out. But his activity defensively was great. Pick and roll coverages were solid. And then on the other end, he just played with great energy. It started out getting, some easy stuff at the rim. Then the threes went from there. Then the lobs, all of it. And it was encouraging. We have a very talented, dedicated, exciting group of young players. And on any given night, it could be any one of them, a handful of them. Tonight, it was Kalel. KJ, gave us, a great spark that was interesting, what he was doing. So we'll take note of that and take this L on the nose and get ready for a big game on Saturday.
Now, Coach, you may want to enlighten us here a little bit, as we're not used to seeing Jimmy Butler just sitting off there in the corner and waiting for an opportunity to score. We usually see him a little bit more on ball and getting in there, really making it happen. Is there a reason why he's just over there sitting in the corner? Was that your expertise that made it happen, or what's going on with that?
In the first half, like I said, we were down 10. We were playing catch-up. Their pressure was getting us out of where we needed to get the ball going to. In the second half, we had him playing point, just to make sure the ball was in his hands. And then, the game still got away from us. So, that was a frustrating part. Obviously, we need him to be aggressive. We need to get him in spots where he can be aggressive. We know how to do that. This game just got away from us.
So you're saying you want to put Jimmy at point, is that correct?
Whatever we got to do, if we got to get him activated, put the ball in his hands, play point. He's done it before. We know how to get him going. He knows how to get going. These are not two strangers. It's aberrational. Activate on Saturday.
This probably wasn't the typical game that you expected, especially with the results there at the end with the big loss. Tell us about what you're looking to do to change that aspect of the game going forward.
We're getting muscled up, by their pressure, bullied out of our normal action, so that was the only place where we could just get the ball and just kind of settle in. But that, also wasn't great still because, I was hitting some shots in the paint, and then they're coming down, getting a scramble and hitting threes, and so we're during that stretch, whatever, we're pretty efficient offensively, and we're down 10 more points in that stretch. Got to put it all together, and this is a unique team you're playing against, but on any given night, there's a group of us. You catch any one of us on any given night, we can look great. Times it would look like you're fighting for consistency. They're one of those teams too. We're one of those teams, and there's a handful of other teams right there where we are. And we just got to keep on hammering away at it. Thought we had a little bit of a mini breakthrough after the road trip, and we just got to continue to grind. This is part of our deal.
Was there any point in the fourth quarter where you considered putting Jimmy back in there?
Got it to under 10. As inspiring as that was, we never got it under 10. I was monitoring that. Like I said, that was the only inspiring stretch where we got the game to 10 in other spots, but it wasn't like inspiring. That was hopefully something we can build on with those young guys, which we are. These guys just continue to surprise us every day.
Do you feel Jimmy is still hurt, and is that why he received limited looks?
Well, look, he went through it. That's 13 days is that's a long time to be away from it, and you work out and get back to it. But look, this is about being aggressive, and we got to figure it out. Then I'll figure it out, and then he's got to figure it out too. We got to figure it out, but I think that's an easy storyline. we were getting our ass kicked defensively. Like, a lot of things just kind of go sideways if you are just like playing in quicksand, and we were never able to get into an offensive flow because a lot of times we were dictated by our energy defensively, and when we're taking command of the game, imposing our will, we were never able to do that. The offense looked a lot better all of a sudden when we're getting some blocks, inspiring plays in that fourth quarter. With that group, then the basket gets a little bit bigger, things get a little bit more coherent offensively. I think that would have figured itself out. All right, thank you.
And thank you all for sticking around for the interview. If you like this content, please leave a comment, like, and subscribe, and we'll catch you next time. Have a great rest of your day.